Hi, I'm Chef Mary Ellen McTague and I'm here to show you a dish today which is a chocolate and beetroot brownie with frozen honey and yoghurt. Food is about health and it's about sustaining us, but it's also about enjoyment, so it's really important to treat yourself occasionally. The beetroot in this dessert may change the colour of your output, but that's nothing to worry about. So the first thing we're going to do is make the frozen yoghurt and honey. This is a really simple way of making a sort of homemade ice cream. So what we've got in here is we've got 200 grams of Greek yoghurt, and then I'm going to add into that some honey, 40 grams. It's really, really simple. It's a really nice, fresh, natural taste as well. And the acidity of the yoghurt's nice and light with the richness of the brownie. Just going to mix them together. Just fold them through. And then onto a tray and into the freezer. And what we'll just need to do is leave it in the freezer for probably a couple of hours, I would say, till it's completely frozen. You can give it a stir every half an hour or so, just to help it along its way. And doing it on a metal tray rather than a plastic one is going to help it freeze much quicker. So we're going to begin by beating together the butter and the sugar until it's really pale and fluffy. So next up we're going to melt the chocolate in a bain-marie, which is just a bowl over a pan of simmering water. So the butter and sugar is ready now. It's been beating for about 10 minutes. It's nice and pale and fluffy and it's doubled in volume. I'm going to add the melted chocolate to that. Okay, so give it another mix. Then we're ready to add the eggs one at a time. Just give it a really good beat after each one. Make sure they're well incorporated. Plus one egg yolk. So once the eggs are in, we're going to leave this to mix for another 5 minutes or so. Let it increase in volume, get a bit lighter and fluffier, and nice glossy texture. Okay, so the chocolate, butter and sugar mix is ready now. It's nice and glossy, smooth, and it's well aerated. So we're going to put the dry ingredients in next. This is the flour and the baking powder. And we also have the cocoa here. And just put this through the sieve. And then fold into the mix. Just using a spatula of some kind, just pick the mix up, turn it gently over the top of the dry ingredients, and that way you get it mixed in without taking too much air out of the mix. So next we've got a pinch of salt. Really nice, lifts the flavour of the chocolate, the salt. And then last in the brownie mix we've got the grated beetroot. And the chocolate chips. The beetroot's got a really nice earthy flavour which works really well with the chocolate. Okay, there we go. This mix is ready to go into the baking tin then, and it gets baked at 180 degrees for 30 minutes. So you need a nice deep tin for this because the mix will rise. It's got the baking powder and those really light fluffy eggs in there. Just spread that out to the edges. Doesn't need to be too neat because it'll even itself out in the oven. So that's the brownie mix ready to go in the oven. I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes and then check. So the brownie's had its cooking time now. I'm just going to take it out of the oven and put it into this tray of ice water, which will stop the cooking and stop the brownie from drying out. Here we go. So you want the brownie to be nice and soft in the centre and chewy and crispy on the outside. So the chocolate and beetroot brownie has cooled down now, and I'm just going to portion it up. So just with a sharp knife. The brownie keeps really well for a few days. It's nice and moist, so you can just keep it in a covered container. So we'll just put this into the plate. Here we have the frozen yoghurt and honey. This has been in the freezer for a couple of hours now. So it's frozen. It's not completely solid, but solid enough to serve as an ice cream. I've got a spoon in some hot water here. A couple of spoonfuls. So there you have it, beetroot and chocolate brownies with frozen yoghurt and honey. For more information about eating with a stoma, visit the Trio website and order the Trio Healthy Eating Tips booklet. And if you find that certain foods cause you problems, Trio have a variety of products that can help.